Hello. So, in today's session, we're going to be talking about how do you download files into OneNote and then annotate on those documents. We spoke about this in our pre-service training for a couple of reasons. One big reason being that being able to upload documents and annotate them in OneNote prevents us from having to make copies, and it also prevents students from being able to have the excuse, oh, I don't have this piece of paper, with the exception of if they don't have their laptop. But assuming everything goes well, OneNote can be really useful for cutting down on paper usage in the classroom and for making grading easier for the teacher because now they can view all the students' work from their own laptop and computer. Well, we're going to talk about a lot of the different functions of OneNote later on. Today, we're really going to focus on is the downloading and the annotating. So yesterday, we worked out of a course called Yates Power Up PD. And mine shows up here because I've been in it recently. But for you, you may need to go to all courses, which you can click there, and it's going to show all the courses you're enrolled in. Then it's in alphabetical order, so I'm going to go to Yates Power Up PD. So within this course, we went to a link for the 2016-2017 school year, so I clicked there, and it's inside of the folder called Powering Up for Success. So the document we talked about was in the context of two things. It was in the context of how do we use tech to support literacy efforts on our campus, but it was also in the context of how do we shift away from the teacher always being the purveyor of knowledge and letting the student take more accountability for their own learning. And so we downloaded an article which you should actually read if you get a chance, because you should have access to this course so you can read on your own. And we kind of discussed how would it affect us using an inquiry-based process. But let's get to OneNote. So the document is the document right here. If we want to put it into a OneNote notebook, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have to download it and save it on our computer. So I'm going to go ahead and click it. It just pops up my box. I'm in Google Chrome, so I'm going to go over here to download. And I downloaded it. I'm going to save it on my desktop just for the purpose of this. I already have it saved because I did this yesterday, but you get the drift. So now the document is saved. So next thing I would do would go and open up Microsoft OneNote. It's here because I've opened it, but if you've never used OneNote before, it's going to be inside the Microsoft Office suite, and you'd go up to OneNote 2013 to open it. I already have it open here, so I'm going to just go ahead and open it back up to this clean page. So now what I want to do is to insert the file as a file printout. What this will allow me to do is to insert the document in a way that I can see all of it in front of me. Not like a file attachment where I'd have to click it and it would open up in a different program. So the file that I saved, I clicked on File Printout, and I'm going to double click to open it up. And now OneNote's going to go ahead and it's reading it, and it's going to insert it into my OneNote binder. And voila, there it is. My notebook is here. So now what we talked about is how do I actually write on it? Well, if you go up here to the Draw tab, you can click it and you can select the highlighter. With the highlighter, I can highlight any part I want to. It's a little bit hard sometimes with the mouse, but you still get the job done. I can change color, I can change thickness, all of that. Even if I want to go and type directly on it, if you might not be able to see it because it might be cut off my screen, but in the top left, there's a box that says type right next to this lasso select. I can actually type by double clicking right on here. Hello. And the cool thing is that students can do the same thing. And as a OneNote teacher, with being able to see all your students' binders, you can see who is typing and who is not. So there's a lot of great uses for this, and I just want to show you this basic skill.